Do you see this? Do you know who I am?
Oh my God.
Look at it. That's the Medal of Honor. Earned it. Bled for it.
He's lifting himself. He's trying to...
I'm Marcus Bennett. United States Army. You're pressing a hero into his own car.
Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss these shocking, true-to-life stories of justice, courage, and unbelievable confrontations. Comment where you're watching from, and let's get started. The street was quiet that evening, the sun just starting to dip behind the buildings. A black SUV rolled slowly down Main Street. Behind the wheel sat Marcus Bennett, 42, a retired Army veteran and Medal of Honor recipient. He just finished helping at a community center event and was heading home. Suddenly, flashing blue lights reflected in his rear-view mirror. "Pull over," the officer shouted. Marcus complied immediately, his hands steady on the wheel. He had nothing to hide. But Officer Tyler Jenkins, a young white cop with a reputation for impatience, didn't care. As Marcus stepped out, hands visible, the officer's voice dripped with suspicion. "You know why I stopped you?" Jenkins demanded. Marcus shook his head. "No, officer. Did I break a law?" The officer sneered. "You were driving suspiciously. Step over here." Marcus moved slowly, calm, keeping his hands raised. "Sir, I serve my country. I don't want trouble." That's when Jenkins lost patience. He grabbed Marcus' arm, spinning him toward the hood of the car. The world slowed. A nearby pedestrian whipped out a phone, capturing every second. Metal screeched. Marcus' jacket rustled. The officer pressed him against the hood, and Marcus muttered, "You don't know who you're dealing with." "Don't talk back." Jenkins barked, fists tightening. Then something happened. The sunlight caught the Medal of Honor hanging around Marcus' neck, a golden star shining bright against his chest. Jenkins froze. His hand hovered midair. His face went pale. He stumbled backwards slightly, disbelief etched across his features. Marcus straightened, still calm, though his chest heaved from the shock of the attack. "I risked my life for this country," he said quietly. "Do you see now who you're trying to hurt?" People on the street stopped to watch. Some whispered, some gasped. The phone camera captured the moment perfectly. Jenkins' voice caught. I didn't know." The realization hit him harder than any physical blow. His arrogance evaporated instantly, replaced by shame and fear. Marcus stepped back, brushing off his jacket, and straightened the metal. "You need to learn respect," he said, voice steady. By the time backup arrived, Marcus was already calm, standing tall, his medal visible to everyone. Jenkins avoided eye contact, frozen by the weight of his own prejudice. The footage captured by bystanders would go viral within hours. Social media exploded. A decorated veteran humiliated by the very people sworn to protect him. The nation watched, anger and disbelief spreading like wildfire. And Marcus? He wasn't angry anymore. He was determined to turn this incident into a lesson that no badge, no uniform, and no hatred could ever erase. By the next morning, the video was everywhere. A shaky phone recording captured Marcus Bennett being slammed on the hood by Officer Tyler Jenkins. Then the exact moment the sunlight caught his Medal of Honor, people couldn't believe what they were seeing. Headlines flashed across news sites. "Racist cop humiliates Medal of Honor recipient. Army veteran attacked by police." Footage goes viral. Social media erupted. Thousands of shares, retweets, and comments poured in. People from all over the country expressed shock, anger, and disbelief. At home, Marcus watched the clips on his phone. His face was calm, but his hands trembled slightly. The attack had been shocking, yes, but the response was overwhelming. Strangers everywhere were supporting him. "I did my duty once," he whispered, glancing at the medal. "Now it's about duty to the truth." Meanwhile, Officer Jenkins' phone exploded with messages from colleagues, supervisors, and even family members. His captain, Lieutenant Gregory Fields, demanded an immediate explanation. "What happened?" Fields demanded over phone. "The video shows you slamming a decorated veteran to the hood of a car." "Explain." Jenkins stammered. I didn't know. I thought he was... Thought what?" Fields snapped. "This is unacceptable. You need to report to Internal Affairs immediately. You're suspended effective immediately." Across the city, protests began forming outside the police station. People carried signs that read, "Respect the uniform. Medal of Honor is not equal to target. Justice for Marcus Bennett." Marcus didn't attend the first protest, but his presence was felt everywhere. His calm demeanor in the video had inspired people to act. Community leaders and veterans groups spoke out. The story was no longer just about one veteran. It had become a symbol of the fight against racial profiling and abuse of power. By the afternoon, national news had picked up the story. Interviews with veterans, community leaders, and eyewitnesses filled the airwaves. Each replay of the video showed the moment Jenkins froze, the sunlight glinting off Marcus' medal, and the officer's shameful realization. Even politicians weighed in. The mayor called for a full investigation. The governor demanded accountability. And the FBI offered to assist in reviewing the case. Inside the precinct, Jenkins sat in isolation, replaying the video over and over. His career, his reputation, everything he had built in the police department was crumbling. Every comment online, every shocked gasp from viewers, felt like a judgment he couldn't escape. For Marcus, the reaction was bittersweet. The injustice had occurred, yes, but the world was now watching, and justice was moving forward. The video had not just exposed prejudice. It had sparked a national conversation. That evening, Marcus posted a short message on social media. "I serve my country, I risk my life, and today I was reminded that courage isn't just on the battlefield. Stand for what is right. Let's make change together." The message went viral almost instantly. Thousands commented, thousands shared, and thousands more began using the hashtag Justice for Marcus. The stage was set. The country had seen the confrontation, and now the officer would face consequences far beyond a suspension. Marcus wasn't finished. This wasn't just a viral moment. It was the beginning of a reckoning. The morning after the video went viral, Officer Tyler Jenkins was called into Internal Affairs. The precinct had gone silent. Whispers followed him down the hall, every glance loaded with judgment. He sat across from Captain Gregory Fields and two investigators, the Medal of Honor video playing on a monitor before him. Fields didn't mince words. "Jenkins, this is unacceptable. Your actions are indefensible. You assaulted a civilian, a decorated veteran, in broad daylight. You humiliated him, and now the country is watching." Jenkins swallowed, shaking. I didn't know he was... I thought he... You know?" Fields' voice cracked with disbelief. "You slammed a man to the hood of a car without even asking questions. You think ignorance excuses this behavior." The video replayed the moment Marcus Bennett stood tall, calm, his Medal of Honor shining, while Jenkins froze in shock. Every bystander's gasp, every phone recording, every shout echoed in the room. Internal Affairs made their decision immediately. Jenkins was suspended without pay, facing criminal charges for assault. The department recommended his termination, and a full public apology was demanded. Outside the precinct, a crowd had gathered. News vans lined the street, cameras rolling, microphones poised for a statement. Marcus arrived, walking calmly through chaos, his Medal of Honor resting proudly on his chest. He stood before the cameras, and his voice was steady but powerful. "I am a veteran of this country. I have served and risked my life to protect the values we hold dear. Today, I was reminded that the fight for justice continues at home. Accountability matters. Courage matters. Respect matters." Reporters asked questions, but Marcus answered them with calm authority. No shouting, no anger, only clarity and truth. Inside City Hall, the mayor called an emergency meeting. The Fairfax Police Department faced a federal review. Policies were revised, officers retrained, and a public statement was released emphasizing zero tolerance for racial profiling or abuse of power. Meanwhile, social media exploded. The hashtag Justice for Marcus trended nationally. Veterans, activists, and ordinary citizens celebrated the victory, calling for widespread reform. Back at the precinct, Jenkins packed his personal items. The gravity of his actions finally hit him. Months of training, years on the force, all undone in one humiliating moment captured on video. Marcus didn't seek revenge. He didn't need to. The system, when exposed, had corrected itself. And now, his story would serve as a powerful lesson for generations to come. That evening, Marcus returned to his quiet neighborhood. The sun set behind him as he looked at his Medal of Honor in the fading light. It glinted, a symbol not just of battlefield valor, but of resilience, dignity, and the triumph of truth over prejudice. He smiled faintly and whispered to himself, "No one can take this from me. Not now, not ever." And with that, the world saw what real courage looked like. Standing tall, facing injustice, and turning a moment of humiliation into a story of accountability and hope. If you're shocked by what just happened and want to see more real stories of truth and justice, hit that subscribe button now. Don't forget to comment where you're watching from, and share this video so everyone can see the truth unfold. Your support helps us bring more real, jaw-dropping stories to the world.